Hey, future CPA, do you get frustrated when you're trying to learn a new topic and you go to create a practice quiz and then all of a sudden you're bombarded with all these questions that are super difficult and you feel flustered and frustrated? What if there was a way that you could create a practice quiz that only included the easier level or medium difficulty level questions? And then you could work your way up slowly over time to those expert level questions. Well, now there is. Kesler CPA Review just went to version 1.5 and we added some amazing new functionality to help you learn the material even faster so that you're not wasting your time on the most difficult questions when you first cover a topic for the first time. So I want to introduce you to Kesler Custom Practice Quizzes. Okay, so what's new in Kesler CPA Review version 1.5? So let's dig in and I can show you. And if you're a member of Kesler CPA Review already, you can actually go to the best practices for study loops, study funnels, and our retake tutorial. And I'm going to show you how all this works together. But for everyone else, I just want to show a quick little preview of what we're looking at. So log into Kesler CPA Review, head over to Kesler Qs, and instead of going to our category practice, I highly recommend that you start using custom practice. So go to custom, and you're going to notice that you can start a new session and then make a selection of all remaining questions you haven't answered before, all questions that you have answered incorrectly, or you can create a completely custom practice quiz that's going to randomly pull in questions from all the different categories. Or, and here's where the game changer begins, is you can select individual categories. And Kesler CPA Review, we map everything to the blueprints. So you can select multiple categories to test yourself on. So say you have failed a section of the CPA exam, and here's a sample scorecard. Say you scored weaker in economics and operations management on BEC. So you want to start with those areas. And so what you can do is, so A2 is going to be economics. So that's area 2. And then operations management is A5. So you can select all of these. And then you'll notice that there's an easy, moderate, difficult, and expert column. And so what has happened is because we have hundreds of people in the platform who are answering all these multiple choice questions, our system is automatically rating questions based on how easy they are, how moderate, difficult, and expert they are. So if you want to filter just by easy questions and moderate, all you have to do is deselect difficult and expert, and then you'll create a practice quiz of 161 that will cover the easier rated, moderate rated questions so that you can start your retake study just covering these weaker areas and building yourself up slowly to expert to test yourself. And so what we recommend is that, again, you create an untimed and study mode practice quiz. So start practice here and then start working through these questions. And then as you're coming across things that you don't understand, you can then highlight them. And then that will tag that question for later, or tag that particular phrase for later. And then when you're in review mode, then you can leave a digital note on it based on your findings and whatnot, or create a to-do list on, or an item on your to-do list. And then you just keep going through the questions. And then what's cool is that you can also pause the custom quiz. So pause custom practice, and then you can submit and end. Gotta make sure everything is synced up. So course is syncing. And a little pro tip here, if you go into your profile, go help, and then refresh course data, that will force it to sync. Sometimes it gets stuck. So then you can submit and end the session, and then you can go in and review all the questions that you have tested yourself on. And then go back, start a new session, and you'll notice that the total number of questions answered incorrect has increased. The total remaining questions has decreased. And you can go in and then make another quiz or do whatever you need to, or introduce difficult to the equation and so forth. So again, super powerful, brand new update here that fits into Kesler CPA Review version 1.5. All right, back to the slide deck. So what is next? So again, custom quizzes are all about targeting your weakest areas and then working your confidence levels up from easy all the way up to expert. What's coming in version 2.0? So we've got 850 plus enhanced Kesler CPA reviews coming. Those should be coming late September, early October, fingers crossed. And then by Halloween, by the end of October, we should be adding adaptive learning technology, which is going to be an amazing way to enhance your study funneling. So basically you go through the study looping process, make sure you grasp as much of the concepts as possible, try to maintain the final chapter and keep the early chapters just as fresh as the final and so forth. And then start funneling out what you know and focus only on your weakest areas. And that's what adaptive learning during the study funnel period is going to allow you to do. So what is a enhanced explanation from Kesler Q? So really the key to passing the CPA exam is to understand the material in a way that it doesn't matter what question they throw at you. So when you understand the material, then you can dynamically apply that understanding to any type of question they throw at you. So it doesn't matter what numbers are in there, what the scenario is, you'll be able to assess it based on your understanding of that concept. And so what happens with the other major CPA review courses is that they don't provide enough explanation in the multiple choice question itself, and they force you to jump around from the question explanation back to the source material in the textbook to the video lecture. And it's nebulous on the explanation that they provide, and it's generic. And then you're just left there scratching your head and you're very frustrated. And so the key here, and what our mission here at Kesler CPA Review, is to help you grasp the material as quickly as possible. So here's a quick example. So basically here's a cash flow question. And so basically it's asking you, and the key thing, to look at a certain transaction and then assess what the financing activity is going to be based on this building sale. And so ultimately you need to understand the cash flow process and the types of transactions that fit in where in order to be able to answer this question. So if you understand the cash flow, then it's very obvious selling a building has nothing to do with financing. But if you're not really adept at the cash flow, or maybe the question's worded funny and you're not 100% positive, this can be a tricky question. And so when we look at course one, so I pulled a couple sample explanations from other courses, they tell you the correct answer, but they don't really tell you why it's not a financing activity. That doesn't provide much background. It doesn't explain the why. There's really no key takeaway after reading these explanations. They're pretty generic and just only focus on the question, and it's focused more on memorization as opposed to truly understanding. And then ultimately, if you need more background information, they make you sift through lectures and the textbook to really find the source material that may or may not help explain what you don't understand. And then you're ultimately left there sitting there spinning your wheels with nowhere left to go. And so with our enhanced Kesler Q explanations, we're seeking to solve this problem. So each question will have a 4-part explanation. So we have the overview, we have the reason why the answer is correct, so why A is correct, and then we'll give you big picture reasons as well. And then we'll give you the reason why the other options are incorrect so that you can learn from that. And then my favorite part is we're going to leave you with a gem of the question. So what's the key takeaway? What are the patterns you can be looking for? What happens if you get another question that's different? How can you apply your understanding of the answer for this question to the next question, and so forth? And so you'll notice that it's extremely robust. So we've got an overview here that gives a high level look at the cash flow that's relevant to the answer. We give you the dollar amounts. So if you look at this other one, there's no dollar amounts included. And from course 2, they're just very generic and they just throw a bunch of information at you without much context. So we're all about giving you the context and then giving you the reasons why B, C, and D are incorrect, and then everything together with the gem of the question. And a little pro tip here, you can make Kesler cards something from this overview explanation click. So basically you can grab something from the question explanation, pop into your Kesler cards here, go to My Sets, go to Lists, and then here's some definition or concept that you want to remember, and then your moment you don't want to forget. And then you just click Save Card, and then you can go in and study. Boom. And you've created your own little study materials and captured that aha moment. And so again, this is ultimately the goal here with these enhanced Kesler Qs, and there's going to be 850 of them getting added to your account very soon. So what is the next step? Well, if you aren't a member of Kesler CPA Review yet, I really want you to get access to these amazing features. I want you to be able to start at the easy level, work your way up to the expert level, and gain that understanding and not memorization that you need to pass the CPA exam. So there are buttons below this video, but so I do urge you to enroll now, lock in your price. The prices, they will be going up by October when we add these enhanced Kesler Qs and adaptive learning technology. So a lot of good things are coming to Kesler CPA Review. We're getting more and more robust, and we ultimately want to be the best study supplement in the industry. And we want to help you grasp material better than anyone else in the industry. And we truly believe we have, with these enhanced question explanations, we are well on the path to doing that. So again, check out the buttons below or above this video. Get enrolled in Kesler CPA Review before the prices go up, and I will see you on the inside. And again, we're all about providing mentorship. We're all about providing tutoring, community, enhanced study supplements that are better than anything else currently available. And best part is we have a mobile app, so you can study on the go anywhere, whether it's on your laptop, your mobile device, on your iPad, and everything stays in sync. So everything will be ready and available for you as long as you have an internet connection. And it also integrates with all of the primary CPA review course study materials that you might have access to. And again, we're going to teach you how to pass with any course and then enhance your learning speed with our study supplements. Can't wait to help you become a CPA exam study survivor. And we will see you on the inside of Kesler CPA Review. So check out the video description for a special offer, and I'll see you on the inside.